Good morning, Foxtrot. We're starting off the day with some good energy. It is Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. I'm showing you right now the new landing zone. I'd like us to go over it. Right now, it's got some examples of what you're going to find at Walk in the Woods, and you can see the Walk in the Woods exclusive 2023 turtle tot rocking around on the ground at the landing point. Let's go over what all is here. There's a lot of stuff here. First, we're going to start on the left. We're going to work our way to the right, or, right to the left, because you're looking on the opposite screen. But we're going to start over here. This is our rules and regulation. You can buy this for $0 Linden. It spells out our rules and regs exactly as they are spelled out on our website. And as a reminder, remember, you will be held accountable for your behavior even if you have not read the rules. Please read the rules. You'll still be held accountable if you haven't read them. I don't like having rules. I don't. But we have to have rules because some people need them. And that's okay. There you are. There are two group joiners here. What's the difference? One is the normal breeders group. This is where breeders come to share their pets, talk to each other, ask questions. And then the advertising group. If you are selling, that's your group. That's where you say, hey guys, I'm selling something. And when you join that group, there will be rules at the top of the group. Please read them. Those rules are also in our rules and regulation board. This is to search the Foxtrot classifieds. We have classified ads. If you own a Foxtrot beacon and you are paying the $5 Linden a week, first week's free when you buy the beacon. $5 Linden a week to list your pet in this. You click it, you go to the website, it takes you to a listing, and you can teleport around to the locations where pets are for sale. Awesome, amazing. We've got ad boards down here. We've got a couple left for rent. But get yourself right out in the front. We'll put our advertising partners right out here in the front by the landing zone. We used to not do that. You used to be behind the people, and that's not fair. So we've moved them up front. And then, of course, our auction board. It is Wednesday tonight at 6 o'clock at Crystal Caverns. We're going to have the equine-only auction. They will also have one at 6 p.m. on Thursday, and at Friday, you're going to have a noon equine and green garden-only auction and a 6 p.m. equine-only auction. And I have a feeling, because Friday is also Walk in the Woods, you're going to have turtle tots available at least the Zubari auction. People are going to be like showing off their turtles. Up here, you can see all of our staple products. These are our main brand products. The Bunny, the Bun-E, B-U-N-E, the Evolving Rabbit, Bun-E for Evolve. Because you can get jackalopes, scavators, warpletingers, the whole 9 yards in the bunny. There's 8 different species you can get with a bunny. This is the alpaca. The alpaca comes with the standard basic traits of a coat, a mane, and an eye, which is their hair, their little coif thing going on. They also have the opportunity to get a horn like a unicorn, antlers like a deer, and a bow tie. There will be more traits on the alpaca coming soon once we get those all worked out. The next is our brand new premium equine horse. This horse will be available at Walk in the Woods as a purchasable LE. And remember, that blanket will pass. The eye, the hair, and the coat will not, but the blanket will. This is our beautiful low prim wonky donkey with those beautiful green hooves and the leaf etching to match its friends. Down here in the front is the Walk in the Woods 2023 turtle tot. Isn't she pretty? And then the rook, which has leaves not only in its ears, on its body, but on its wings. So we're really excited to bring those limited editions to you. And that is going to be really fun. So this is our new landing zone. We're going to have all this energy this week. Now I've got to show you something really cool. Okay? I hope you guys are excited. Walk in the Woods starts Friday. You're going to be able to purchase all the LEs, get your Crystal Garden starter kits, and your Turtle Tot starter kits. All of the rest of the Turtle Tot stuff, all the Passion, Potions, the Rejuve, the Sex Change, those will be on the main sim. So I've got to have that set up probably Thursday night. Empty eggs, potions, that'll all be set up Thursday night in preparation for Monday when the starter kits go live. So the other thing I want to show you is this. Let me go up to my beautiful build platform. All right, so with Rainbow Reef, which is coming in September, we are working on something very special. We are working on aquarium tanks to keep your rainbow reef plants in. This is the hexagon tank. This tank was designed by Silence, our CSR. Ms. Walker, Silence, these are great. These are great. We're going to work on things like these visible seams. We're still deving. But to use your garden, you can click the bottom and use the menu. It's got all the same things. There's no weeds, and there's no weeds in this tank. And when you water all your plants with your compost bin, your tank will simply say that your plants have been cared for. It's not going to say it watered them. It waters them all the time. And you're like, Seb, how do I get my plants in there? Do I just like edit them in? Yeah, and we've made that super easy. What you do is you click the tank. You click the tank and the glass will raise up. You can put your plants where you want them, exactly where you want them. And then when you're done, put the lid down. Click the lid and the lid will go down. Then your garden will work just like normal, so that when you're moving, your plants will move with your garden. I hope that makes a lot of sense. We're so excited to offer this to you, along with other ideas that we're considering. Decor items that could be installed in your garden and move with your garden, like a scarecrow. It wouldn't do anything, it wouldn't have any functionality, but it could be installed in the garden and move with your garden. Your garden would say, I'm holding this. You add to garden, remove from garden. Things for your aquarium, like maybe starfish, and maybe they crawl around. Or maybe a treasure chest that has bubbles. So we're looking at different ideas to make your gardening experience better. If you have a suggestion, if you have an idea that you think would make gardening just better for you, we'd love to hear it. We're trying to give you guys more options within the green garden. See, we have to do something because a weed just propped up in my aquarium. It was on the outside, so I clicked it. I got some points. I've weeded my garden. Nice work. These shouldn't have weeding. These won't have weeding when we're done. These will not have weeding. These will have garden slots, and these will have the ability to raise and lower. And we are looking at different effects that can happen inside these environments. We are also looking at square and rectangle tanks, tall skinnies, long wides. It's just what we do to try to offer you guys better things, to implement better products that help you. I don't want to talk about goals necessarily with Foxtrot. My goal is this, my goal is that. Goals are cool. They're good to have. You can reach for goals. But I want to talk about improvements in the breeders, improvements with the breeder themselves. What will make your life easier? Because I'm here, and I say this all the time, I'm here for you. I'm here to serve you and help you out. And this was a solution that could help everybody out. And I loved this solution. So this is a great idea. And then the best part is the way it's textured. It doesn't matter which side of the tank you're on, you are still going to see water behind your flowers. And this is kind of a little trick of the eye, but it works out well. So we are also looking at different backgrounds so that you could, there's a dog at my door. That's Denali. She likes to come to my door and just walk in front of the thing. So we are looking at different textures for your aquarium because everybody has different backgrounds on their aquariums and different effects, maybe lights. Again, this is part of development. These are all things that could possibly work, but we may not implement them all. We're excited by these things, and we're excited to do things like this. Now, you're saying, Seb, I want fish. Well, that's where attaching accessories comes into play. Maybe we have a fish generator. And that fish generator will know if you put it in a rectangle tank or if you put it in a hexagon tank or a square tank. And it'll know the dimensions it can swim from wherever it's placed. And the fish will come out and swim around. We are looking actively at those kind of solutions to kind of help everybody have a better experience with Rainbow Reef. Now, the fun thing is if you live underwater, you really, we may make a garden that's just a piece of rock coral, and then you put your little corals in it, like you were underwater. Mermaids, this is your breedable. This goes under the water. But if you live above the land, if you're a landlubber like me, you need an aquarium. And that's where this is going to become such a wonderfully functional thing. See, I don't even have a weeds button here. We turned weeds off, but I've still got weeds. So we'll take a look at that. And it's great that I got it on video, because that's where my scripter and I get together and I say, it made a weed. And he'll go, it can't make a weed. And I'll be like, watch this video. And he'll be like, oh, sure did. Let's see what's going on. And chances are there's another garden that doesn't have weeds, like my sprinkler, that may be giving weeds that shouldn't be giving weeds. The sprinkler shouldn't have weeds, but I think it gives weeds. But we'll look at everything. We'll make sure everything is right. And we're excited to bring you guys more and more and more, and improve upon your experience. We take your input so seriously. That's why I say the customer first model works every time. If I am answering the needs of the customer, they're going to keep coming back. There are some customers that don't like this model. They don't get what they want out of it. But it's also about not necessarily the individual, but the groups as a whole. And we have made some drastic changes in the past to help the group as a whole. And I wouldn't go back and make different decisions. So I want you guys to know that we're looking out for you. We're excited for Walk in the Woods. That's Friday. This is my last day for really my perimeter setup. So I've got to get over there and get set up, get finalized. Turtle Tots. I will have the non-starter kit vendors. The home object will be free tomorrow at the main sim, along with eggs and potions. If you want to pre-purchase those things, you don't need to. They're going to be available Friday when you get your starter kits anyway. And the other bonus is when you come to Walk in the Woods, we're going to have a big board with a present on it. Every avatar who comes, you do not have to be a current breeder, is going to get a free starter kit. At random free starter kit, by the way. So, and we did include Crystal Garden in that box. We did include Turtle Tot starter kits, and we included the two, like one stallion, one mare, equine horse starter kit. So the fun is everybody who comes to Walk in the Woods gets a freebie from us. If you've never tried Foxtrot before, it's a great way to get into it. If you have a friend who's on the fence, try it for free. Try it before you buy it. If you don't like it, there was no damage done. You can make up to 2 babies pretty much out of every starter kit. And that's my gift to you. We did this around Christmas last year where everybody got some starter kits, and it brought us breeders. And we made new commitments and new friends and new connections in our community, and I really loved seeing that. So I really want us to bring that energy to Walk in the Woods. Bring a friend. Come on over. See all of the great vendors. I'm right across from Mystical Creatures and ABC Horses. They have very stunning displays. Come on out. Stray Cats is there. Tilu Horses. I think it's Tilu. I keep thinking I'm pronouncing that wrong, and I don't want to do Sion a disservice by pronouncing her brand wrong. DFS is there. DLS is there. Chimera, Obsidian Chimera is there. We've got Amaretto Horses, Potted. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm excited. You should be excited. Oh, I forgot one. Plant Pets is also there. So they're like that. Those are the 3. I think that's the 2 big garden systems are Potted and Plant Pets. Papillons won't be there. Annie Cats won't be there. But I want to say this. Don't be mad at the companies who aren't there, because this event was invite only. And so that's at the discretion of the person putting on the event. So make sure that you understand that. If your favorite breedable isn't at Walk in the Woods, it may be because they simply weren't invited. And if you want them to be invited next year, if we do this, contact Court Brandis with a note card and say, hey, I want kitty cats, or I want Annie cats, or I want, my favorite breedable, Papillon. I want Papillon to come, or something else. WK is also not there. Hey, court, invite WK. Let's do that. Okay, so remember, this was an invite-only event. You want to make changes, be proactive. Make that note card. Send it to Court Brandis and say, Walk in the Woods 2024 suggestions. And she really is open to that. She and I have had a couple conversations. She's very kind. She's very easy to talk to. And if you're just like, hey, love the event, I just really wish Kitty Cats was there, make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Don't just sit here and wish it. Take action. Send her a note card and say, hey, we'd love to have these people here. Again, it was an invite-only event, and we'll see how big this event gets. And you never know, it might get bigger next year. So that'll be fun. Your LE summer solstices have started dropping. They're gorgeous. You're getting horses. I've seen alpaca. I've seen rooks, donkeys. They're all coming down. It's working great. We made a change to can drop, can pass, and how we define that server side. And we did this for horses because before the equine, we never let an LE trait pass, and we still don't. Anything defined with limited edition LE does not pass. But the equines, I wanted the blankets to be special. I wanted it to be very special. So the blanket for Walk in the Woods is the Walk in the Woods 2023. There's no limited edition on the front of it. It can pass as much as it likes. And so it can't drop. It has to be birthed from a limited edition starter, but it can pass. And so we made that change to all species. We may not need to use that on all species, but that's where we're going. USG. What is USG? I talk about it all the time. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. USG stands for Utopia Sky Grid. It is a grid similar to Second Life, but it is not Second Life. It's its own little thing. And they are working on a branch of the Open Simulator build. I tend to use Open Sim a lot, or Open Simulator. InWorlds, if you know what InWorlds is, was an Open Simulator thing. It was Halcyon. For those who want to nitpick me, it had its own code called Halcyon, but it was not Second Life. And the term Open Sim has kind of been a blanket umbrella term for not Second Life. Utopia Sky Grid is running their own version. They're taking like the best parts of all these things. It's being built by a wonderful man named Mike and his wife Callie. Mike is really great with the programming here, and he's really conscious of things going on. We are bringing our products to them. We are going to be an Open Sim Fest, which is a festival that celebrates, like, think of it like an event in Open Sim where all the grids come together and look at all the pretty things. So we do have a plot there. I don't know when setup is. Sometime in September. There's no definitive dates here. I'll try to give you dates when I can. Utopia Sky Grid members, we're in Summerfest. You can come see our display at Summerfest. Summerfest is a hypergrid event, which means all these little grids that aren't Second Life can all visit here and shop. But our pets can't leave Utopia Sky Grid because of their assets and their UUIDs. So basically we have a display that says, for Utopia Sky members only, Utopia Sky Grid members only, join us, breed. So we're in Utopia Sky Grid Summerfest event, which is set up. It's already going. I think it starts today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. It starts soon. We're set up. Open Sim Fest starts in September sometime. Don't know. Hope to get set up eventually. We'll get there. Spoonfuls of Sugar setup is coming up quick. We should be able to get that done. You will have Rainbow Reef. You will have basic tanks. These tanks should be done with their base functionality, and then we'll have expansions on that functionality come later. You'll have to update your tank, and then you'll get things like backgrounds and accessory slots and whatever. So we're going to work on that. And then we'll also have limited editions of those primary pets: the equine, the donkey, the alpaca, the bunny, the turtle, and the rook. Those will get limited editions at Spoonfuls of Sugar. We don't have the prim allowance. I did promise people at Walk in the Woods everybody would get an LE, and everybody did. Highland Horse has an LE, Ferret has an LE, the chicken has an LE, the sheep. Every property we have has a limited edition. What about a limited edition plant? Well, we can't do limited editions on plants because their breeding is very, very structured. How they breed and what comes from where at what gen is very structured. Limited editions can't just drop in wherever. So That's why we release garden kits. So Crystal Garden is coming out. You're going to get quartz crystals, and you're going to breed those, and hopefully soon we'll have wonderful crystal flowers coming out of the woodwork. That'd be great. We're so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Dance. But we're going to bring a lot of energy. This has been a very long video. Um, we're bringing high energy and high fun to the rest of the week. I know school just got started. My house is empty. There's no one home but me. No one home but me. It's great. It's great. It's the last year for it. My son is a senior, so once he's done, he's home. But I'm so happy to be able to get back to really good work without having to get up 6 or 7 times a day. Really good work, really punching it in there, and I can't wait to show you guys all the new stuff we're talking about, all the new considerations we're making. I'll let you know more soon. But until that time, be kind to each other, use compassionate with each other, and thank you guys so much for joining us. We're really happy to have you, and we'll see you in World.